In Holyoke, a man in possession of narcotics was arrested earlier this week. Officers have been investigating the distribution of illicit drugs from a residence on Dwight Street all week. After conducting surveillance, 56-year-old Jose Munez was identified as a suspect and taken into custody. During the course of this investigation, police found a large quantity of narcotics, and Munez now faces a slew of drug-related charges.